Hi, second graders. How are all of you doing today? I'm having a great day today. It's super sunny and warm outside, which I love. It's the perfect weather in my opinion. I hope all of you are doing really well. Today's lesson is a phonics lesson. We're going to be working on sounds of letters and how to spell different sounds in our language. I broke the lesson up into 3 parts. First, we're going to review some sounds that we already know and how to spell those sounds. Then I'm going to teach you how to read longer words that end with something called suffixes, and we'll practice reading some words with suffixes, and then we're going to end by writing some words with suffixes. The supplies that you're going to need today for this lesson are something to write with. I have a marker here. You could use a marker or a pencil, and something to write on. So I have a marker board in front of me. Anything that you have to write with or to write on will work. So if you do not have those supplies right now, pause the video, go and get what you need, come back, and then you can press play. I'll be waiting for you. Good. Hope you all have all the materials and supplies that you need now. Make sure you're facing the screen so that you can see really well, and make sure that you can hear, because I'm going to be making a lot of sounds, so I want you to be able to hear what those sounds are. To begin our review time, I'm going to show you a card. When you see the card, I want you to tell me what sound the letters on the card make. Here we go. OW says ow, and OW says O. OU says ow. AR says R, like in art. ER says OR says or. This is also a word, the word or, which makes this one a little easier to remember. UR says IR also says TCH says ch. We use this spelling for ch after a short vowel. That's why this line is here. It shows us that it comes after other letters. If you have a short vowel like a and then ch, you would spell it TCH. CH says ch. I'm going to shuffle up these cards that I have. This time what's going to happen is I will say a sound, and I want you to write how to spell that sound on your board or on your paper, whatever you might have in front of you. For some of the sounds that we have learned, there's more than one way to spell it, and I will tell you that if that comes up. Everyone get ready to write. I'll say the sound. You write down the letters that spell the sound. The first sound is R. R is spelled A-R, like in art. The next sound is OR. OR is spelled O-R, or. The next sound, you actually know 2 ways how to spell this sound, not just one. The next sound is ch. If you know both ways to spell ch, write both of them down. CH spells ch, and TCH spells ch. The next sound, you also know 2 ways to spell it. Write both of them down if you know them both. The next sound is ow. Ow is spelled O-W, and ow can be spelled O-U. The last sound we're going to review, we have learned 3 ways to spell this sound. I know that when you're in my classroom, I have a little poster up on the board that gives you a clue for how to spell the sound. Of course, I don't have that here, so you'll really have to rack your brain to remember. The sound is Write down all the ways you know how to spell the sound One is I-R. E-R spells and U-R spells Nice work. Even if you did not get all of those correct, thank you for participating and trying your best. It's good for us to review those sounds because a lot of them can be a little bit hard to remember. The next thing that we're going to do today during our phonics lesson is going to be I'm going to introduce something new to you. We're going to work on reading words that end with suffixes. Do you remember from your time in school what a suffix is? A suffix is a syllable that attaches to the end of a word. Let's try some examples just by listening without even looking at any of the words. Everybody say the word glad. Now add ly. Gladly. Ly was our suffix, our syllable. Everybody say the word play. Now add full. Playful. Full was our suffix. Everyone say nice. Add ly. Nicely. Say pain. Add full. Painful. Say safe. Add ly. Safely. Say hope. Add full. Hopeful. If you were really paying attention, you may have noticed that all of those words that I just gave you as examples ended with one of 2 suffixes. The suffixes we're going to work on today are this one, F-U-L, which spells full. Now I will say this is not how you spell the word full. The word full has another L. This is the suffix full. And I put a little line here to show it goes at the end of a word. A suffix is something that attaches to the end. Full can attach itself to the end of words. The other suffix we're going to work on today is this suffix, ly, which is pronounced ly. When you would put ly at the end of a word, it adds the syllable ly. This line here is just to show it attaches to the end. Suffixes attach themselves to the ends of words. If you know the suffix full and you know the suffix ly, it can help you read longer words. Here's an example. This is a longer word. There's a lot of letters in this word, but one thing you might notice is it ends in a suffix. If you cover the suffix, read the main part of the word first. Peace. Then we can add our suffix full, and the word becomes peaceful, which actually means full of peace. Here's the next one. A lot of letters in this word. Try covering up the suffix. Perfect. Now we can add the suffix ly. Altogether it would be perfectly. Perfectly means in a perfect way. Like you did that perfectly. This one's a little easier. It has the suffix again. The main part of the word is useful, which means full of use. If something's useful, that means you can use it a lot. Cover up the suffix. We also will have to remember what IGH says. Fright, fright. Now we can uncover the suffix. Frightful. Look at the word, see if you can figure it out. Cover the suffix. Brave, ly, bravely, which means in a brave way. We'll do one more. You see the suffix at the end? You can cover that up. Mouth, full, mouthful. Let's try those one more time. Look at the screen, try to read the word. If you're able to, you can, and you need to, and it works with whatever screen you're using, you can actually take your hand and try to touch the screen and cover up the suffix if you cannot figure out the word. Try to read these words. Perfectly, perfectly. Peaceful, peaceful. Mouthful, mouthful. Bravely, bravely. Frightful, frightful. Useful, useful. Nice job. Way to go. Some of those words were really quite long. We began our session by reviewing sounds and spellings that we have learned before. We talked about the suffix full and the suffix ly. These syllables that attach themselves to words. And we tried to read some words that had those syllables in them. The last thing we're going to do together is write some words that end with full and some words that end with ly. Once again, you'll need whatever you took with you to write with. I have a marker board. If you have a marker, take your cap off your marker. And what I need you to do is to draw a line straight down the middle of your marker board or your paper, just like this. On the left side, write a little line, and then the suffix ly, L-Y. I think that little line is important because it helps us remember that there's something before the ly. Suffixes attach themselves to the ends of words. On the right side, draw that little line again, it's called a dash, and write the suffix full. Remember, the suffix full only has one L, F-U-L, full. We're first going to practice writing some words that end with ly. So first we'll use the left side of our paper or the left side of our board where we see that suffix ly. The first word I'm going to have you write is the word softly. So say the word softly. Now say softly without ly. Soft. Write the word soft. Soft. It's actually an O that makes kind of that aw sound in the word soft. Now think, how can we make soft become the word softly? We add that suffix ly, which is spelled L-Y. Check your work with mine. Softly. The next word we're going to write is the word tightly. Think, say the word tightly. Now say tightly without saying ly. Tight. The sounds in tight are t, I, t, tight. That I sound is kind of tricky in this word. It's like fright that I showed you earlier. You might need to do some changing in your work. I is spelled I-G-H in the word tight. This says tight. How can we make it say tightly? You got it. Add the ly suffix. That's the syllable that just attaches itself to the end of the word, tightly. One more in this column. Everybody say the word sadly. Now say sadly without saying ly. Sad. Write the word sad. Sad. Kind of an easy one. Sad. Now make sad the word sadly. We add the suffix ly to make sad sadly. It just attaches right to the end of sad. And it means in a sad way, sadly. Next, what we're going to do is try 3 words on this side of the board. These words are all going to end with the suffix full. Everybody say the word harmful. Now say harmful without saying full. Harm. Spell harm. R. Do you remember how to spell R? A-R. Harm. Harm. This is how we spell harm. How can you make it say harmful? That's right. Add the suffix F-U-L and you have the word harmful. 2 more. The next word we're going to write is the word thankful. Say thankful. Now say thankful without full. That's right, thank. Spell thank. I hear A, unk, N-K. Thank. Ank. Thank. How can we make thank become the word thankful? That's right, we add the suffix full. The suffix only has 1 L, remember. That suffix just attaches itself to the end of the word thank to make the word thankful. The last word we're going to write is the word playful. Everybody say playful. Now say playful without saying full. Play. Write the word play. P-L-A. Play. A is spelled A-Y in the word play. Now make play playful. You know how to do it. Did you get it? Just add that FUL suffix to the end and you have it. Before we say goodbye, let's practice reading the words. I'm going to point to the words on my marker board, so eyes on the screen. Put your pencil or marker down. Eyes on the screen. Look at the words. When I point to a word, read the word out loud. Softly. Tightly. Sadly. Harmful. Thankful. Playful. Second graders, remember when you're reading your books, if you come across long words and you see a suffix at the end of the long word, you can take your hand and cover the suffix. Read the main part of the word and then add the suffix. I hope you're all finding good books to read these days. Enjoy your day, everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.